So Zac Efron, much like Will Smith and a lot of other celebrities like Jack Black, are making their way to YouTube. Why? Because it's a marketplace. It is an absolute marketplace of people. They get to come here and they get to reach a whole new audience, and they get to explore new things and not explicitly be bound by the studio system, which does kind of get to pick and choose what gets promoted and not. The problem, though, is that YouTube, especially with this whole PewDiePie versus T-Series situation going on, is a space that people want specifically to be about YouTubers, and the encroachment of these celebrities feels like it's a bit of a slap in the face considering that YouTube promotes them. It's almost like a couple years ago when Twitter shut down Vine and we all got herpes like Logan Paul as a damn result of that. This is just much more popular. Now, last weekend, Zac Efron became the latest Hollywood celebrity to launch a YouTube channel. His presence on the platform is already drawing criticism, not because of his actions, but because of YouTube. Again, Zac Efron has every right to be here like everybody else, 100%. I'm not going to suggest otherwise. I actually happen to like Zac Efron, so this is something who I might watch. But at the same time, YouTube promoting it the way that they're promoting it comes across as like real kind of icky. You know what I mean? Just a little gross. Because a lot of us are struggling constantly to fight against the algorithm that's always changing, that they do update like once every couple months, that they never tell us that they update. So we're always left trying to figure it out. We're always chasing the puck instead of figuring out where it's going to be, you know. And but then here comes a celebrity and they're like, "Hey, you want front page trending? Yeah, we got you covered, Zac Efron. Come on out. We're gonna make you a new YouTuber." You know, it feels bad. Now, Efron, who rose to fame as a Disney Channel star and is now playing the lead in Netflix's controversial Ted Bundy biopic. Not really that controversial. It's really controversial because Netflix put out a Ted Bundy tapes documentary, like a 4-part documentary, and it made Ted Bundy look sexy, and a lot of girls were like, "Ooh, yeah, I'd smash that." I'm like, "Yeah, no, then he'd smash your head with a rock." So, just choose wisely, as the knight from the third Indiana Jones movie would say. Now it says here that he was doing answering fan questions on a live stream before the drop of his first video. YouTube tweeted out the link saying, "Let's do this, Zac Efron live right now." And then he comes back and, given this bleached, I don't even know what the hell that is, to be honest with you. We're not even going to talk about that image. Anyway, the platform's promotion of Efron, however, didn't go over well with some YouTube viewers. "Oh, good, another mainstream celebrity getting endorsed by YouTube," one said. Well, meanwhile, our favorite content creators are getting demonetized and copyright striked into oblivion, which is in some aspects 100% accurate. There are massive content ID and copyright claim fallacies that happen here. A lot of fake ones that come through because these companies just feel like they own everything. There are people out there who sampled music that are now being having their entire channels hit. It's one of the reasons why you have to be very careful in this world. Very careful. Look, at least here in America, when it comes to fair use, it's definitely, it's definitely something. Like, I'll give you guys an example. Like a few months ago, someone tried to DMCA my channel because I looked at an article and it was fake. The whole thing was fake. I reached out to the journalist, confirmed with him that it wasn't him who had submitted this legally binding document to YouTube, right? So then that information is now in the hands of the FBI, and that person is now being investigated. So wow, woohoo on that one. Anyway, another person here says, "A big-time celebrity gets endorsement from YouTube, a platform made to support small-time creators." Again, this is a true statement. Another said, "Man, let's feature maybe some new non-famous creators more often. Or how about just people who aren't already famous in general? Let's keep the you and YouTube." And that is the biggest thing. That is the biggest part of it. YouTube is trying to move away from the you and YouTube. That's what it feels like. And as I have said, anyone who survives 2019 is going to be in a much better place than not, because things are changing rapidly, and a lot of people out there are very much just in like this weird position. Now, as mentioned above, Efron, who has 203,000 subscribers, that's kind of low, to be fair. Certainly not the first high-profile actor to join. Will Smith, 4.9 million. Jack Black, 4 million, also have channels. Black and his down-home, lo-fi gaming content have largely escaped backlash, but Smith faced criticism when YouTube featured his 50th birthday bungee jump in its 2018 Rewind, the most disliked YouTube video of all time. Now, the thing that keep an eye on that one right there, because we're in a new quarter now. And YouTube always does something big in April. Not April Fool's related, but definitely big in April. So keep an eye out for what happens with that, because it could be very interesting. Now, the conversation about independent creators' ability to reign on YouTube is also not new. PewDiePie, YouTube's biggest longtime creator, just conceded defeat in his battle against Bollywood production company T-Series, which began catching up to his massive subscriber count last year. During the fight with a number of top YouTubers, including Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and Mr. Beast, became involved in promoting PewDiePie's channel in an effort to keep him as YouTube's top creator rather than a company. And that's the thing. That's the thing is we're at a point now where, look, people like Zac Efron, again, nothing against Zac Efron here, but the dude's kind of his own. He's a brand, right? He's a brand, and he comes on in and YouTube promotes it. When you've got little creators that are trying like crazy, they do 7 days a week. They don't stop. They work constantly, and they burn themselves out trying to make it on this platform, and they get no help from the platform, no help at all. Ends up, seeing this, it just discourages them. And YouTube every time is all like, well, we're about the you and creator. We're about the you and creator. We really want you to do well. We really want you to grow. We want you to build. We want you to be massive. They say they want that all the time, but it's not necessarily true. And this kind of shows it. And again, I just want them to start actually really, really, really paying attention to this shit in a way that is going to be good for everybody, but who knows? I mean, I don't know if they're ever going to fix it. Like I said, 2019 is going to be a year. It started in 2017 with the adpocalypse. It got a little bit better last year. And then this year it's been hurting a lot of people because YouTube keeps getting embroiled in controversy after controversy after controversy involving the kind of content that's on the platform. And the problem with that is that unless they start moderating everything that comes through, it's a lose-lose situation. So at this point, you know what? I just want to say thank you guys for watching this either live or on the VOD or when it's clipped out. I really appreciate you. I really honestly do. You guys are the reason why I get to do this. And that to me it means the world to me. So thank you very much. And if you are a content creator that's getting discouraged, just keep trying. All right. Don't let Zac Efron is Zac Efron and he'll always be Zac Efron. But you could be the next PewDiePie. You could be the next Markiplier. You could be the next Zac Efron. Who knows? Don't stop if this is your dream. Just learn and research and study is all I can say at this point in time. And that's the best way to get ahead.